Mr. Esterling Accime.
Welcome, folks. We're going to be talking about the importance of bringing technology to developing countries. Quick presentation about me. My name is Esterling Accime. You might be asking, who is this guy? Well, I was born in Haiti and grew up in an area called Cité Soleil. And I'm currently living in Washington. I was actually lived in Atlanta for 5 and 6 years. And then recently, 5 months ago, I decided to move. Well, I can tell you a fun fact about where I am now. There is no traffic. If you tell somebody that there is traffic, they might think it's the end of the world. So that's good. Everything is 10 minutes away. The airport is 10 minutes. Chick-fil-A, there is no Chick-fil-A in this area. That's unfortunate. Anyway, I received a certification from one of the Georgia Tech University, which is a software development. And then I am a software engineer myself, an educator, and also an entrepreneur. I'm also a YouTuber. That's good, small audience, 10,000 people. And I'm expert in digital retailing. I was part of the team at Cox Automotive that built an entire payment system that gives every vehicles on the planet payment if you wanted to finance, leasing, or anything like that. So that was a fun project that I worked on. I'm also the founder of a company called PG Ecom, which is an e-learning platform that teaches people courses online about e-commerce. I'm also the founder of a company software agency called Trellis Web, and the founder of an e-commerce agency called Ecom Builder. But before I was this guy, or before I got myself into all of this, not too long ago, I was living on less than $10 a month. Now think about this for a second, right? Here I am, a simple guy in a developing country, struggling to make $10 a month. In the last 2 years, I made over 6 figures, like more than 6 figures. Last year, I can't count. I'm not sure if it's 7 figure. My wife can tell you, she's the one that handles the finance. But anyway, long story short, the question remained, how did I become this guy to making less than $10 a month and earning that much in a year? Well, before I was this guy, I met a missionary that I was a translator for missionaries in Haiti. I was translating for doctors and others in Haiti. And one time, a missionary came in Haiti and asked me, hey, if there is anything you need, how can I help you with? And the moment she asked me this, and I said, if only I had a computer. And from that moment forward, I knew if I had a computer, I can literally learn anything. I can teach myself anything I want. And I remember when I first got that computer, she gave it to me 4 months later. The first thing I Googled was, how was the internet created, And of course, I didn't find some good answer, but I started looking out how websites were built. And I saw this 11-year-old kid on YouTube that was teaching people how to build a website. And from that moment forward, I said, if this kid can be teaching people, I can do it too. This kid is 11 years old. I'm like, 17? Heck yeah, I can do it. And from that moment forward, I started learning and learning and learning and learning until that I become the engineer that I am today, right? And I can build website, I can build big software company. The software that I had a chance to work on to generate $1 million a month to that missionary donating that single computer for me today. And for now, I still have it. It's still at my home. It's a sign for me to show me where I came from. Moving on. But in Haiti, what you're looking at here is, this is in Haiti to the stage. I think it's important for you to understand what every day looks like in a developing country. Like this is almost every street in Haiti. This is where people are doing businesses. Entrepreneurship is within our DNA. And what I mean by this is, while the world has looked at us and said that we don't have the right education, the right connection, or the right resources, but we've always found a way to forge our own path and provide for my family. My auntie, I raised by my auntie, and she was a street vendor. That's how she did our education. Well, the people of the developing country have the need of perseverance necessary to start and run a successful business. They are the people that are doing businesses and the thrive. One of the quote I like, I saw this somewhere on my LinkedIn. I wanted to kind of quickly go over it. That was actually funny, to my opinion. This is one message I saw. The person said, I spent 10K on my wedding, 15K on my car, 100K for my education, and 300K to loan to buy a house. That's 435K spent in loans and debts. Everybody was so supporting and said, we couldn't be happier for you. But when she chooses to be an entrepreneur and start investing $200 a month into running her business, she was met with the following. Are you sure about this? You didn't put any money into it, did you? What if it doesn't work? Can you get your money back? What if you don't make any money? Well, those people in Haiti are doing businesses, and they're in the street, and that's how they're providing for their family. Well, I had a chance of attending one of the tech events in Haiti, and within that tech event, I've learned a lot of things. And one of the things that I've learned is, in order for you to bridge the gap in the developing country, you need to start by knowledge sharing. When I attended that conference, which is a conference that happens every year, I met a lot of local people who work within the technologies. They also discuss problems, challenges, and solutions. After the conference, Jack Dorsey, which was also there, the founder of Twitter, currently the CEO, and he said that the future is here, it's just not evenly distributed. And that statement really hit me home. It made me ponder how I can be like the person who gave me a computer, which opened my world to learn the code, for someone else in my country who's interested into tech. Each of us today has something that we can give back. We have jobs, we work in industries that is going nonstop, and we have access to world-class education, training, and personal development opportunities. We are educated and innovative, and we can use what we know to make a difference. So while I was thinking about doing this, and I decided to go back home. And guess what? I did an entire coding workshop at the places that I was at. After I attended that conference, yes, I went back. I did. And within this one, 30 participants were immersed in a 2-day coding workshop, learning the basics of coding. I partnered with local organizations like Kulape and the Good Foundation Haiti Mission to host that workshop. Many participants came from backgrounds similar like I did, and guided by their own interests were self-taught coders already. These were fresh, independent thinkers who naturally challenged the norms. And it's not because they wanted to, it's because they always had to. And this is one of the most important criteria for innovation. The agenda for the 2 days workshop included the basic of programming, learning HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, and as well as a panel with software engineer working in Haiti. So I wanted to share a video with you guys. Hopefully the video can be played. Let's see, I'm not sure where the mouse is located. Let's see. Give me 1 second. How can I do this? I might need some help. I think the video should take me 3 seconds to do. Anybody can play the video for me? Oh, you're playing it? Oh, there you go. Okay, it might not have sound. Okay. Any sound? Let's see. Okay, I think I might just play it on YouTube. That's okay. We have another option. Okay. Give me 1 quick second here. Okay, let me deal with that technical issue. Okay, and then I just want you to hear it for a second. Give me 1 second, and you'll hear it from here. Technical issues, Haiti workshop. There you go. And I'll play the video on here, and you can hear it. Huh? Okay, I can't see my mouse on the order side of the screen. That's okay, that's fine, but let me do this. That might be easier. Can you guys hear? Nope. Can you play it again? Let's see.
Moi, sorti Cité Soleil et c'est un plaisir pour moi participer dans Haïti Coding Workshop. Déjà, nous apprenons en pile et nous commençons capable de créer des... En fait, je comment pour nous créer des applications et créer des sites internet. Et je dis là, nous avons commencé avec JavaScript là, qui est totalement intéressant, côté que nous avons essayé de créer un espace loterie. Donc nous créons tout, un bon réseau, parce que jeunes qui ont essayé d'apprendre ensemble avec nous, ça a créé un pile partage, ça a créé solidarité, ça a créé entraide.
This coding workshop was a great thing done by Esterling Accime, who's actually from this place himself. And he was able to leave Haiti and go study at Georgia Tech in the US, where he had a lot of success. And he came back to Haiti to give us this workshop.
Premier bagay que m'te joindre, te gon réunion que t'as fait qui est le Haiti Tech Summit. C'est là-dedans que moi-même l'aime tant débat.
And one thing I've seen so far is the amount of efforts and work, dedication and time they put into this. There are some of them that make the sacrifice despite the political situation in Haiti to be here. You know, to put in the work towards a better future for themselves. They have hoped, and I've seen it here, I feel it.
I am so excited because of one of my youth who come to this place, who go to Atlanta, Georgia, and come back to give some of his knowledge to the young people here in Cité Soleil. That is a supplement. That is something that come and build to what I believe, what I've been doing for the community, the youth, and Cité Soleil.
Today, on the second day, we can actually see the potential of everyone, how they already, I can say, mastering the concept and being free and to try different things in JavaScript.
Une fois que nous recevons la formation, nous allons partager aussi avec les jeunes qui aiment ça que les technologies.
Formateur était là dans les gens qui fait activité, c'était vraiment satisfaisant parce que ils très patient comme formateur et ensuite ils aident nous soit de près ou bien de loin.
We chose it to do it in Cité Soleil. And one of the reasons is because the opportunity that I didn't have when I was in Cité Soleil, those folks don't have it too. So we do it in Cité Soleil to give those folks an opportunity and to tell them, hey, there was somebody not too long ago that was in the same shoes that you are today, and this person is a successful person now coming back in Haiti to tell you that you can do this.
Yes, yes. All right, moving on to the slide. Thank you very much. Let's see. So that was the video. And I'm gonna go back to the next slide if I can. I'm not sure. Okay, there you go. So I want to talk about some of the benefits at the micro level of bridging technology to this developing world. Ultimately, technology is not the end in itself, but a valuable enabler on the path forward, achieving sustainability and also inclusive future for everyone, right? We know that technology has the ripple effects on people and economies. We can more pass-for incomes, more job creation for women to support their children and orphan prevention. And healthcare is more accessible. Entire population are more stabilized. Moving on to and let's take a look at it at a macro level. And what that means is let's move back from the microscope a bit and now to examine this on a bigger scale. Obviously, there are huge hurdles developing countries need to overcome. Just looking at my country, Haiti, we have challenging infrastructures, connectivity, education, and the list goes on and on. Trust me, if you solve infrastructure problem in Haiti with technology, one thing I can tell you is there will be use for that technology everywhere else. Yes. All right, and as far as some of the things to consider, if you ever want to bring technology to those developing countries, you need to invest into getting to know the country, culture, and its people. Also remember, the people who live, raise their family and work in the developing world hold the keys to understanding the problem that they can be solved through technology. We can help and facilitate by providing education, sharing our knowledge and resources, providing mentorship. And in the current state of the world we live in COVID, look for opportunities in our own communities at home. Many of these same ideas can be taken internationally as well. And some examples of some of third world countries that are using technology. So let's look at some of the successful ways technology has integrated itself into culture and community to provide useful benefits. First, one thing I want to highlight here is first thing to understand is that mobile phones are considered a necessary, not a luxury in developing countries. So there is a huge opportunity for mobile solution that can solve problems unique to developing world. Example, in India, agriculture workers receive text messages about commodity prices, which help farmers determine the best places to sell their produce. This has increased their distribution and income. World Bank resources, we get that from. And in Malawi, RenderATL 321 provides information on maternal and child nutrition via mobile phone in the local language. And then in Rwanda, Zipline uses drones to deliver medical supplies to remote health clinics in Rwanda. And in Cambodia, the Bank Phone project helps women farmers exchange expertise and access resources, purchase land, and sell more produce. In Senegal, Mula, a virtual platform, provides farmers and importantly investors with real-time information on prices, location, and availability of produce via website or mobile. And also in Haiti, there is a company called Papillon Market, sells locally made goods and art online. And there is a new code company that teaches people how to code and hires them as a developer to work on project. Now, the last part of the slide is this. Just like a missionary who asked me what I needed and gave me a computer, she casted a stone. She casted a stone and be the ripples in my life. I alone cannot change the world, but I can cast a stone across the water to create many ripples. As you're thinking about this quote, just remember that what you do today, yes, what you do today is a small step in the overall narrative of your life and the lives of people that you impact. Thank you very much.